you've never had a standing ovation simply for being asked out on a date, then you've never been on Bachelor in Paradise. As always, the newcomers brought lots of changes last night. Leslie from 106.3 The Groove has it all. There was a lot of weird stuff last night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
The standing ovation was hilarious because Wells comes on the program and he's a well-liked guy by a lot of people. And he comes on and everyone pushes Ashley on him for the date. I mean, it was really funny. Daniel said it best when he was like, I mean, everybody, even the crabs, wanted Ashley to be taken out on this date. And he does take her out on the date. And when she accepts, literally everybody's in the pool and everyone's clapping and cheering and standing up. I'm like, I would be so embarrassed.
But I feel like that should have been a red flag.
Yes, right away. But they seem to hit it off actually really well, except her favorite band, he asks her that because he's really into music. Hanson. I got to give him credit. He did not burst out laughing.
Right.
Like he
because I think he said something like Talking Heads.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, which is like a real band.
But they seemed to hit it off. You know, they kissed and it looked like everything was great. And so, you come back and there's other drama happening with Josh and Nick and Amanda. There was something to do with the sleeping arrangements, and Josh didn't realize Amanda went to bed without him. So he was making the drama, yet trying to make it seem like Nick. So everyone seemed to sleep in the next day, and so Wells is the only one up.
Yeah.
And Jamie walks in, the new bachelorette,
new girl,
and she asks Wells on a date right away. Ashley's sleeping.
Yeah.
He says yes. They go off on their date. Ashley, so it's hilarious when when she walks in and Nick goes, so you know, she went on a date. He went on a date, and she was like, okay, I'm fine with that. And everyone's like, well, what's wrong with you?
I think it's even scarier when she doesn't freak out.
Right. Well, I knew there was something up her sleeve. It's like, oh, she needs to go talk to Jared. But in the meantime, the rose ceremony happens. The twins decide they haven't found love. They leave, and that means 3 guys got let go last night, including Daniel, Carl, and Ryan. So right before they leave, though, they've had red flags about Josh. Amanda's their best friend. So they tell her about their concerns. They had talked to Nick about it, what his opinion was. He was asked.
Right.
I think Nick's being thrown under the bus
a
lot. And so Amanda is visibly upset, and Josh goes to talk to her, and she's just like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
And so he finds out, obviously, like people are talking about him, and he's done with it. So he calls everybody down to the beach. Someone can't talk to me and say it to my face. And Nick actually says, all right.
It's
he goes, yeah, to be honest, I don't know if you're being genuine.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could see how close Josh was coming to losing his temper. I've always thought he had red flags, even on the show he was on. There's just, he's too slick. Yeah, and so he told him, he's like, look, everything in that book that you say is fiction. How is it that your stuff is fiction, but yet stuff that's about me, a lot of it's true.
Right.
You know, but I think he used his charm because Amanda's like, I'm so sorry. Like, it was all her fault. That drove me nuts. And then the other part, too, is another person that's very manipulative is Ashley. You know, she goes to talk to Kayla and basically kind of guilts her and says, no, I'm fine with you and Jared being together and stuff. But she's like, but I don't know if I could ever, you know, be friends with you because you lied to me. And of course, Kayla feels guilty and basically realizes I'm never going to have a chance on this island with Jared if Ashley's here. So she makes the decision to leave.
And that's kind of, we don't know if Nick's going to follow her.
Oh, Jared, yeah.
Jared, I mean.
Yes, no, I totally understand that. This is Jared's opportunity to man up because he has been so wishy-washy when it came to Ashley. She's totally, I mean, he's never going to find a relationship unless he makes a line in the sand, basically, to say, look, you know, you need to back away, you know.
I bet everybody's wishing they just let Ashley leave back when she was already kicked off.
I knew she had better motives.
Tonight we'll find out if Jared follows Kayla. We'll see who shows up, and it looks like Wells has got a love.
I know,
box
3 different women. Look at him being the ladies' man suddenly.
Exactly. Well, make sure to watch the new episode of Bachelor in Paradise every Monday and Tuesday night right here on KGUN-9. Also, you can read the Bachelor in Paradise blog by visiting 1063thegroove.com.